So the PDP president Mehbooba Mufti has now slammed the government for not limiting the number of pilgrims and extending roads in Jammu and Kashmir, warning that Amarnath and Vaishno Devi can face Joshimath-like situation. Now Mehbooba Mufti has been saying that Joshimath is just the tip of the iceberg. But Pradeep, what does it point out as far as Mehbooba Mufti now flagging of this issue? Is she flagging off really when it comes to the issue, or when it comes to a sort of a veiled attack when it comes to pilgrimage sites like Sri Amarnath and Vaishno Devi ji, as far as she has been calling them as environmental disasters waiting to happen?
See, Mehbooba Mufti is not really concerned about Amarnath, nor she is concerned about the ecology of Vaishno Devi. She is simply trying to play politics over the issue. And this is not the first time she is playing politics over Amarnath. In the past also, in 2008, everybody knows that Ghulam Nabi Azad's government had fallen over the same issue. That time, the land was allotted to Amarnath pilgrimage because they wanted fabricated structures to be there. They were a temporary structure. But that time also, we saw that the dirty politics that were played by PDP, they had resigned. They said, they came out on streets. They said that they were trying to bring in demographic change. So people tried to explain them, if over all 30 years, nobody had been to Kashmir Valley to settle down there, how come they will be constructing their houses in sub-zero temperature condition in Amarnath and bringing in demographic change? Basically, they do not want to see the footprints of Hindus and Hindustanis. That's one of the reasons that often under the garb of ecology, they keep on raising this issue. On many occasions, they said the number of pilgrims coming to Amarnath should be decreased. And that is one of the reasons that many people in Jammu were totally against that. And finally, that led to Amarnath agitation, and that continued for about 2 months. And that was first time when the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they confronted. They said that PDP was not ready to give a small inch of land. If Mehbooba Mufti is really concerned about ecology, why she is not talking about Dal Lake, which has shrunk over the period of time? It used to be 22 kilometers, now it is only 12 square kilometers. So she will never talk about the encroachment in Dal Lake. She will never talk about the degradation. She will never talk about the direct sewage problem in the Dal Lake. But every time she'll try to rake up the issue of the pilgrim tourism, because she is trying to in fact play a dirty communal politics, and because they are totally against the vertical politics, that is a pilgrimage that is taking place in Kashmir Valley. So when she is trying to rake up this issue, this is not the ecologist in Mehbooba Mufti that is speaking, or environmentalist. This is basically the politician who doesn't want to see the footprints of Hindus. Because after 1995, when for the first time Harkatul Ansar had banned this yatra, we have seen that number of pilgrims coming over to this place has over the period of time increased, because they wanted to prove a point that this is our shrine and we have every right to be here. No terror organization from Pakistan can stop us from coming over to Kashmir Valley. And we have seen that over the period of time, when number of pilgrims started increasing, they started raking up the issue of ecology. But they never ever spoke about the encroachment in Dal Lake. They never ever spoke about encroachment taking place in Nagin Lake. But every time they tried to rake up the issue of Amarnath pilgrimage, because they were totally against pilgrim tourism. And today also, after Joshimath, she thought that it will be the best thing to rake up this issue. She is trying to hit under the belt. I think she is somewhere playing with the Asta of the Hindus, not realizing that this is the faith that keeps them going. It is not only the faith, but also it is an economy for the people of Kashmir Valley. She should speak to the people living in that area, because when they see the pilgrims coming out to this place, that brings smile on their faces. Because for months together, they wait for the Amarnath pilgrimage to start. More Amarnath pilgrim means more economy, that they are able to keep their kitchen fires stoked. But for Mehbooba Mufti, whether it's an Amarnath pilgrimage, whether it's a Vaishno Devi pilgrimage, she is only trying to play politics over the issue. And that was the reason that led to Amarnath agitation in 2008. And at that point of time, Ghulam Nabi Azad's government had fallen. That time also they said that the fabricated structures were given because the government of India was planning to bring in demographic change, and people had been laughing at their argument of Mehbooba Mufti and PDP party leaders at that point of time also. They said in last 32 years, it is people from Kashmir Valley coming and constructing houses in different parts of India. But nobody from Jammu or nobody from India had gone to Kashmir and constructed a house there. If they have not constructed a house in Srinagar, Pulwama, Budgam, how come they construct a house in sub-zero temperature condition in Amarnath, and they will start settling down there and to bring in a demographic change? And they always resort to a fear-mongering, and every time under the garb of ecology and environment, they try to rake up this issue. And today also she is doing same thing. This is nothing. She is least concerned about ecology. She is least concerned about environment. She is only trying to ensure that less of people from Hindustan need to come out to this place. Because more people coming over to that place means that more Hindustani footprints are there in Kashmir Valley. And that's one of the reasons you must have seen that when Kashmiri Pandits were also ousted out of their homes, not a single Neta from Kashmir Valley came to Lal Chowk to protest against the terrorist Pak proxies and raise voice against exodus of Kashmiri Pandits. And even today, they continue to play politics over the issue because they do not want to see Hindus, they do not want to see Hindustanis, and that's why she is now trying to once again wrap up the issue.
Because Pradeep, she cannot be suddenly very concerned about Hindu pilgrimage sites in particular, because what about Jammu and Kashmir if we talk about, even what is being said that the High Court had also noted when it comes to the Gilsar Lake and the Anchar Lake that had turned into marsh. Even when it comes to the National Green Tribunal that had prohibited Jammu and Kashmir governments and the Srinagar Municipal Corporation from throwing the waste near the Anchar Lake area. This has been something that Mehbooba Mufti doesn't seem to be pointing out to or be least even bothered about it.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Let me talk about first the Dal Lake. Dal Lake used to be 22 kilometers. Over the period of time, we have seen that Dal Lake has shrunk to 12 square kilometers. And it is because reason is encroachment and reason is the direct sewage into the Dal Lake. Now I think the government has taken certain steps to prevent such things from happening. Even there are houseboats that directly, everything used to go inside the Dal Lake. So all that waste material used to go inside Dal Lake, and that has led to the degradation of lake. And the same is the story with Anchar Lake, same is the story with many other lakes in Kashmir Valley, whether we talk about Nagin, whether we talk about Vular, because the way the encroachment is taking place, and also how the water bodies are being taken control by the people there. But Mehbooba Mufti will not be raising voice, because if she's really concerned about the ecology, if she's really concerned about the environment, she should have spoken about this issue. Every time, whenever she will talk about Hindu pilgrimage sites, she will talk about pilgrim tourism, not realizing that pilgrim tourism is not only about Asta, it's also about the economy for the people of Kashmir Valley. She should go and talk to the people there who help people in conducting this yatra, because for months together they wait for them to come out to that place, because that is the only source of income for them. But unfortunately, our netas are not able to see smile. They call themselves representative of people, but they will not represent the state or this region for real issues. Unnecessarily, they will try to rake up issues. That's one of the reasons that there was a direct confrontation at that point of time from Jammu region. For the first time, there was a regional polarization because of the dirty politics being played by PDP at that point of time, because they were part of the government that was led that point of time by Ghulam Nabi Azad. He was the chief minister. Though they brought down his government over the issue, because they said why the land was given to Amarnath Shrine Board. Ghulam Nabi Azad tried to clarify things that this was only to provide them fabricated structure for a temporary period till the yatra is there. But they said no, they are resorting to...
Pradeep, there have been now attempts, and what Miss Mehbooba Mufti seems to be pointing out is to regulate the number of Hindu pilgrims who would be coming to their pilgrimage sites, because even when it comes to the kind of security that has been put forth for the pilgrims to actually visit Sri Amarnath, we have seen that also coming under often terror attacks that have also taken place in the past incidents. But it seems that out of the blue, she seems suddenly to be very concerned about the condition of Vaishno Devi and also Sri Amarnath ji. That also raises several questions. Pradeep,